Would the debt exist if continued education was tax funded? Why do you want education to be super expensive? You said your opening comment was, should students be relieved of debt? Hell no! You signed the documents but didn't do the math. I thought you were smart. Well, I can't really argue against that. Obviously, they aren't very bright, but I guess maybe, what choice would they have? I mean, after all, people like you are against student debt cancellation, so if Bernie got into office and continued education was socialized, which obviously means tax-based, as I just said, as I just replied, that wouldn't be an issue, would it? So, you knew what you were getting into beforehand. Well, would they be getting into anything if it was socialized to begin with? It's simple elementary school math, and I'm sure most talk to their parents first before they probably would have told you of the huge economic burden it was. Okay? Why do you want it to be that way? I guess that would be the proper question here, SI. Why do you don't want them relieved of debt? Well, why do you want people to be in debt? Why do you want it to cost so much? Why do you want it to be the way it is? There wouldn't be any debt if it was socialized. Why do you have a problem with that? I just uploaded another video about Kennedy Montgomery and her panel of weirdos. You conservative sociopaths. I mean, you're arguing the very problems that wouldn't exist if it was socialized against the socialized. You're committing that fallacy. You're arguing your own straw mans. If they didn't, you should start by blaming them instead of the rest of us for not teaching you the real value of... What does this have to do with value of money? I mean, would they have to know the value of money if it was socialized? If college education was based on taxes? And not to mention it's the prices are... Well, the question, I guess, would be, are the college tuition fees price gouging or not? Are they overpriced? Does anybody ever discuss that? No. All you go on about is the value of money. That we should bail your worthless ass out, get a job. Well, would they need one? A job? Again, the same fucking question. You guys, you conservative brats, in these fucking arguments against something that, you're an asshole. I mean, why do you want everything to be so fucking expensive and difficult for everybody? Bail your worthless ass out. As other people would argue, what about the Wall Street maniacs being bailed out by tax dollars? I don't know. I've never looked into that, but is that a valid argument? Well, you probably reject it because you're dishonest and disingenuous. And obviously the JOBs don't really help. I mean, you're suggesting that they don't have one. Well, they have one to support themselves while they're suffering in that college bullshit. Enjoy poverty makes you humble. See, you admit yourself that it causes poverty. Then you'll be able to pass on your experiences with your kids about debts and responsibility. Okay, why do you want debts and responsibility? Why do you want those to be a part of life? Do you not understand why are you opposed to socialized education, tax-based? High schools used to teach a class that was called home economics. It taught you how to balance a checkbook. The same question, would anybody need to do that if college education was, dare I say it, free? Which is what you guys insist on calling it. You don't seem to understand. Well, you know we're trying to socialize it, which it means it's tax-based, which is money that is earned by hard workers. You can't say that taxes are not earned, because they are, and that's exactly what's going in. to the government system to provide this stuff. It's not free. It's the entire country pitching in to make it affordable for everybody because it's super expensive. It's not even a matter of explaining it to you. It's a matter of you rejecting the whole idea because you want the economy to be rough. Feed yourself saving. Okay, well, anywhere, whatever. Okay, trash opinion. Okay, so I ask again, would the debt exist if continued education was tax funded? Why do you want education to be super expensive? Okay, so obviously I didn't read this sufficiently. Oh, wow. That was the proper question. This one was not. But I just asked the right question, so I'm good now. I've been at this for 6 years and I still fuck it up. I don't know. Okay, so you reply to me. If we keep taxing, what's the point of working? And soon there will be nothing left to take. Keep taxing what? What are you talking about? I work harder so I can make more. What does working harder have to do with making money? Does that somehow make your does that somehow increase your wages somehow because of how hard you work? No, that's not how it works, buddy. You have a set wage unless you get a promotion or a raise or something, but it has nothing to do with how hard you work. You go to work one day and you work so hard, but then you go to work the next day and then you work even harder. Your wages don't increase like that. Nobody says, oh, well, this SI worked harder this day, so they're going to increase his wages this day. Does it work that way? No. So how is this an argument? If we keep taxing, what's the point? Well, do you even know what the purpose of taxation is? Or taxes are? It doesn't sound like you do. Because you wouldn't be asking this question if you did. I do not want to pay for your education. Why don't you? Who says that you're paying for somebody else's education? Are you trying to say that somebody's forcing you to walk up to some student and just say, well, here's money for your education? Is that what you're saying? Do you use your roads to get to work? Well, those are tax funded, are they not? Do you not call the cops when you have a problem with criminals or something? Or would you ever call the cops? That's tax funded. What about America's precious wars? Your parents didn't pay for my education or my... Oh, see, this is the fallacious argument you guys keep talking. It's a straw man. The idea of taxes is that everybody chips in. Why don't you want to? Why don't you want to participate in taxes? Do you have a problem with other tax-funded things in the country? Do you have a problem with those? What about the infrastructure? Are you opposed to? Do you not want to pay for that? You're the one complaining that must mean it's super expensive. You're the one complaining that must mean it's already what? You're the one complaining that must mean it's... What the fuck is this? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so judging by the wrong you have a lot of typo. You're missing a word or something's going on here. You're the one complaining that must mean... I don't know. You're the one complaining that must mean it's already super... What? I don't understand what that means. College tuition is out of control, but how about let's regulate that instead, or otherwise cost will continue to rise. So you do acknowledge that. What the fuck? Maybe that would help. Okay, so why are you... if you acknowledge this and why you're so busy arguing responsibility and the value of money and everything, as you so authoritatively say, students, hell no, you signed up the documents, but you know, you go on and on about all this shit. You're so authoritarian. Why are you like that? Why does everything have to be difficult? But again, you acknowledge this, so why aren't you arguing with that instead of all this shit? Explain that. What? College tuition is out of control. How about you use some fucking punctuation and use the proper words? Is that what the problem here is? You're the one complaining. That must mean it's already super... Oh, okay, so it's supposed to be a comma there. I certainly hope you didn't go to college. Did you even graduate high school? Okay, college tuition is out of control. How about let's regulate that instead of otherwise cost will continue to rise, which means taxes continue... What? No? You don't even know what you're talking about. Trash reply, get a job and stop freeloading. Who the fuck is freeloading? You're suggesting nobody has a fucking job. That's a straw man. What, nobody has a fucking job? Only you do? You probably don't even have a fucking job. Maybe this is a self-projection, huh? Okay, it is K-12, kindergarten to 12, and actually that's not even free, it's taxpayer fund. Nobody said it's for free. In fact, I just debunked that. Well, you didn't hear this was, yeah, so that's the problem here. You guys insist on calling everything free. Do you not know that taxes... How could you not... You sound like you talk like you are economically informed. So you probably know that tax money is earned. It's just extracted by the government. You can actually... Oh. Even I fucking know that. Tax money has to come from somewhere. It doesn't grow on fucking trees. What the fuck? You're just being stupid. More specifically, it's property tax funded, so you want the hard workers to pay more so you can have a freeload. You're just preaching at people. That's all you just want people to work hard all their life. That's all you want. You don't want anything to be made easy. You don't want anything to be made convenienced. You don't want anything to be, you know, improved. You just, oh, get a job, get a job, get a job. Value of money. That's all you are. You're an asshole, SI. No, not hated, not mad. It's about entitlement. No, it's not about fucking entitlement. It's about improving the economy and it's about providing more options, increasing salaries, allowing more people to have a career, and creating interesting or exciting jobs, etc. How is it about entitlement? Where does that come from, SI? What does that to do with morals, responsibilities, and obligations? What, people don't have any of those if they go to college for free, as you put it? That's an ignorant straw man right there. That's just bullshit. That's an insult. You're irresponsible for shitting on this whole idea about people being relieved of debt. If you can't pay the bill because of expense, maybe you should be looking at community college a lot more for... What? If you can't pay the bill because of expenses, maybe you should be looking at community college a lot more affordable. What are you talking about? Are there colleges, more affordable colleges? And you folks all sound like you're on a budget. So what? What if they are? You're the one against socialized college tuition here. College education. Now you're criticizing people for being on a budget? Not to mention I'm not interested in paying for party time. Another straw man. As most other homeowners are not either. What? Well, you're... If you're so bothered by party time, I mean, that's the first time you've mentioned this. If your problem is party time, well, then that's what you should be arguing against, not socialized, not the socialism aspect of it. You are ignorant, SI. As most other, yeah. We already pay for K to 12, so if you think I'm mistaken, what are you talking about? Why would you be willing to pay for that? Why shouldn't kids? You're all about responsibility and obligations. Well, why not start them off young? Why not have kids work for their education? Even 8-year-olds. That's what you're basically saying. That's how hardcore you are about this fucking bullshit. Why do they get a free pass? By your logic. And if you think I'm mistaken... No, what? Mistaken about what? Who is denying that K-12 is tax-based? Free! As you assholes like to put it. You're just talking out of your ass. You're throwing anything you can at this shit. This year alone went up about 15%. So what? So that's a completely different problem. It has nothing to do with college tuition being tax-based. That's a different problem. If you're upset about well, okay, you're going on about property taxes. Well, that has nothing to do with college tuition. That's a completely different thing. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about as you preach to all these people. Just wait, one day you'll understand. I already understand. It's bullshit. They keep taxing us. Well, so that's your problem then. That has nothing to do with... Well, you're all over the place here. Being taxed more has nothing to do with getting, quote, free college. Okay, that's it. Good. Because you're a fucking... Damn it.